are in the space where Swami says it's always nurtured, where they have no idea about what is going to happen, nor they predetermine that this is what is going to be happening, no planning. So they live in actually a new world, which we hardly understand and we hardly go into that. So that is the area where these kids really start experiencing. And when they are experiencing with such awareness, it really goes in the depth of their consciousness. And the main thing is, we also tell how the brain works and how it is already wired for us. For example, what we do and what we understand, like for if suppose there is some problem and there is the car, and we dash a car with somebody, and the person comes and shouts at us, we'll be so upset. What is that? They dash our car and they are upset with us. It's not fair. And we'll probably even get upset with them. But the same instant, suppose somebody dashes the car and that person is a film star or Clint Eastwood or somebody, Oprah Winfrey, we'll be like, oh wow, we had a good bump today. We'll be so happy. The same instant, we take it into different angle and see it. And then we live like that. So the brain actually is wired for us that we start acting immediately and understanding the situation in different ways. But for a child, whether it is Oprah or Clint Eastwood or mama or teacher, it's all the same because they are not wired. The brain is not having the connections already. So they act out of what should be the action at that moment. So easily we can rewire the pineal gland in the brain. I hope I'm speaking softly and slowly so that you guys can understand. Otherwise, Kamalalochana, you can always send me a message so I will slow down further. The pineal gland in our brain is the center of the brain. Swami says put a rod this side and put a rod this side. So when we put a rod, the middle point that comes out, there the pineal gland starts decaying as we grow. About like 6 to 8 years, depending on the child, the pineal gland starts to decay. What happens during the decay is the pituitary glands, the thyroid and the adrenal gland starts working. That's why the bigger kids always likes to have thriller and keep saying, I want power, and all these power ranger things really works on them. That's why all the toys which are Power Ranger really works for them, because now they want real experience of the adrenal gland. But the more the thyroid and adrenal gland hits their brain, the more the pineal gland will start decaying. The spontaneity starts shutting down. The right brain really shuts down. So we have to make sure, giving them lots of yoga exercise, to make sure this pineal gland is always a flower, at least till 14 years. Eventually, yes, it's going to take in a different dimension. But the more we delay this process, the more the child will be very, very spontaneous, thinking out of box, independent thinker, high self-esteem. They'll be very confident being. So this is exactly what we want. So the main thing what we need to give them is a intense yoga, swimming. These are the lessons which we can give them, which makes them delay on these hormonal problems which happens. Because what happens now is, by 10 years, 11 years, kids are matured. Unnecessarily they are stimulating their hormones. They're going to really feel it difficult when they are at least 30 or 40. We found it difficult when we are 50 or 60, but this generation slowly it's coming down because they want to feel this adrenal gland as soon as possible, but that is going to really take them into different space where they should not be. They should enjoy childhood till 18, 19 years. They should be a child when we want to be a child right now. But it's so impossible to be in that space because nobody taught us the right place to be, right space to be. Swami has guided us beautifully how to be in the space with very minimum emotion or attachment. See, we attach an emotion and live later on. but the kids are able to live at the moment and at the instant, and then they are really living in awareness. We have a small game called participation. We tell the kids, instead of telling them to sit down, don't talk, don't gossip, please listen, all these we avoid. What we really use is the word participate. This is one of the major thread which goes into all eN-Vidyalaya games. So we again and again remind them to participate with themselves what they are doing. By doing that, we bring the awareness up. And what in the game is, they should refrain from using I, mine or me. These three words they should refrain, so that they have words like we, us or their name itself. Even that is better, because again and again viewing us as a third person, again and again reminding ourselves that we are one with each other. It's an amazing concept which really puts us into lot of awareness. Lot of awareness. So it's very important how we bring their awareness up. See, bringing their awareness is all about these games, so that we teach them the concept plus awareness. There is no attachment or emotion to their inner being. So they are always blissful and happy, and also their awareness is so high that their memory skills, their self-confidence, everything really goes up. Because the memory skills and attention is the major problem a parent or a teacher thinks. But just playing small games and understanding of life, Swami has made it very easy. This is impossible for any other system to just implement it. They have so many curriculums, so many varieties of education. But we have a system which works for every education, every system in a beautiful methodical way, which can be implemented immediately and seen result also immediately. So this is where we give them the game, participate game, and ask them to really participate one among the other. So that if somebody is not participating, suppose this kid is chatting with the other kid, the third kid will say, oh please participate, caught you. So by catching again and again among each other, they are able to bring a normalization in the class by themselves. Swami says disciplining is no disciplining. Where the child can discipline within, the responsibility comes within. When it comes from within, it's amazing, because they clearly know the don'ts and the do's of themselves. It's not about others. We teach them how they are so unique, and by understanding the uniqueness, they hardly have a fight with others. See, we tell them clearly, do you compare your hands with your legs? Your legs always walks, but your hands get the ice cream to eat. So it's amazing thing that your hands always gets the best, your legs always gets the worst, nearly. But they understand this concept and they say, so the ice cream is taken by a hand, and you still treat the hand and the leg in the same way. So why do you compare yourself to your friend? It's different function is done by different people, but as a unity we are doing the same thing. So these concepts go into their deep consciousness and they start really living these concepts. Oh, why am I comparing this person? Why am I comparing? If she has toys, it's okay for me. And this is what one parent came and told us, that she stopped craving for more things just by this concept. They don't want other things, they want what they want. If they go to the shop, this boy goes and says, Mama, I need it. Do you really want it? Mama says, no, I need it for this reason. So they really understand, even though they are trying to use it for different reason, they start understanding the whole concept. And by understanding the whole concept, each time they apply it, it becomes very powerful too. Swami says, give them the weapon, vaccine of guilt, sorrow, stress, worry, fear, everything, all the pain, so that they really understand what is life. By giving these games, we have different games for different things, different topic. We have 52 weeks of lesson. First, you will be starting eN-Vidyalaya with the yoga. We have yoga series, each day lesson plan, and also a video file. You can just play the video file and the kids can just do the yoga asanas. And after that, we have this life solution where you give the concept, what does attention mean? That will be the concept of the day, and you will be having a sharing session. It's an interactive session, and after that you will be giving an activity based on the attention, how we give attention to our body. So we give a mirror, for example, and actually ask them to touch each part of their body and give attention to the body, and ask them to look, mark all the things what they have seen in their body. And it really wakes up and they start discussing how many moles they have, what is their skin color, what is their hair color, which hardly they would have noticed. They say it's an amazing process, and this can be an activity. We have different activities for different concepts, and then at the end of the activity we do an art based on these concepts what we are talking. And then after art they really have some dramatic, the theatre. It's up to you what you want to do. We have a lesson plan, a day-wise plan for each component. Art could just run over weeks, because finishing art in half an hour would be little difficult. So you can run over weeks. They can put it in a cubby, and next week they can come up and follow it up also. So we have different programs for you. How you want to conduct is up to you. We are giving the total freedom, and we can package it the way you want it also. But yoga, and Swami says eN-Kriya is a very important thing for kids. So giving them eN-Kriya, giving them the life solution and some meditation techniques whenever required, we'll be giving those things also. Those are the things which is really going to make the difference, and these are the format of eN-Vidyalaya. The art and the theatre, it's up to you how you want to adapt to it and how comfortable you are. You can add dance, you can add debates, you can add anything to these components depending on your time and the way the kids are. If suppose the kids are smaller, they will go for more activities. If the kids are bigger kids, they will go for debate and quiz sessions. And we have created some card games, and we have it in US which Supraja. So we can send you those things. They can play cards on these concepts, understanding the concepts more and more. More and more clearer it gets when they play with it. Actually, we're making dolls for them to play, and the concept of we call it love, anger, upset, so that they understand why they are getting angry in the first place, or who's making them angry. So we are bringing all the cameras to look at themselves again and again by this. So wherever they go, they are more in awareness. When anybody is in awareness, they make less mistakes, they get into less problems in life, so they are more happy. Happy child is always learning child. Happy child is always high self-esteem. They want to do, they are in N2, and they come out with brilliant ideas. Actually, most of our curriculum we have added from children itself. Children have given us lots of contribution, because when we start speaking, for example, now we said you all belong to one person, like you have extra eyes. They said we don't want extra eyes. We said how about extra hands? They said no, we don't want extra hands.